umbuzo endinawo ke ngokuba ke kutheni sihlala sixelelwa nje ngezantsuku zikaNoah pha kuMatthew 24:37-39. What is it about ezantsuku zikaNoah ekufanele siyazi thina in our time kuba ke kuthiwa ukubuya kwakhe kuzabe kufana nezo ntsuku ezo abantu bazabe behoyene nemitshato, behoyene nokutya nokusela? Why that? So ndiphinde ke ndizoyifunda Matthew 24:37-39. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away, so shall also the coming of the Son of Man be. Masibuze ukuba ke kwenzekani, siyayifunda ke ngoku kwiBible commentary echaza uba ke kwenzekani. Men began to multiply, itsho i-subheading yalapha. The human race increased rapidly, not only in wickedness but in numbers as well. Among the manifold dangers for pious Sethites were the beautiful daughters of unbelievers. Wives were taken not because of their virtue but for their beauty's sake, with the result that godlessness and wickedness made heavy inroads among the Seth's descendants. Also bahamba bafuna ibhedi nabo. Njengoba kwezi ntsuku esikuzo wonke umuntu ufuna uba nebhedi yakhe. Yaqala lapha ke, yaqala Old Testament. The sons of God, itsho ke i-heading elandelayo. This phrase has been interpreted in various ways. Ancient Jewish commentators, the early church fathers, and many modern expositors have thought these sons to be angels, comparing them with the sons of God, as in Job 1 verse 6, 2 verse 1, 38 verse 7. This view must be rejected because punishment of sons to be meted out was for the sins of human beings and not of angels. Further, angels do not marry. The sons of God were none other than the descendants of Seth and the daughters of men, of the godless Cainites. Oh, so generations ka Cain. God later spoke of Israel as his firstborn son, and Moses called the people of Israel children of the Lord your God. Deuteronomy 14 verse 1. Oh, okay. So they took them wives. They bazithathela ibhedi, masive kanjani. These unholy alliances between Sethites and Cainites were responsible for the rapid increase of wickedness among the former. God has ever warned his followers not to marry unbelievers because of the great danger to which the believer is thus exposed and to which he usually succumbed. But the Sethites did not heed the warning they surely must have received. Guided by sense attractions, they were not content with the beautiful daughters of the godly race and often preferred Canaanite brides. Moreover, the prevalence of polygamy seemed to be suggested by the plural expression used, they took wives. Okay. So babengasabafuna abakholwayo nabakhonzayo, babefuna abaya abahle, abasileyayo. My spirit shall not always strive. The fact that this statement follows immediately after the reference of these unsanctified marriages would suggest that God's displeasure was most particularly displayed toward this evil practice. Captive to their passions, they were no longer subject to God's spirit. The word strive in the Hebrew means to rule, to judge, as corollary, that to ruling. These words indicate that the Holy Spirit could continue working but a little longer and would then be withdrawn from the unregenerate and unrepentant of the human race. Even God's long-suffering must end. Peter refers to the work of the Spirit on the hearts of the antediluvians, saying that the Spirit of Christ preached to these prisoners of Satan. So babengasalifuni uncedo ezinento ukwenza nento ezinento okukholelwa kwinto zikaThixo, babesebe-fed up bona benele yiloo nto. For that he also is flesh. This expression may also be translated, in their going astray, man is flesh. In their going astray, man is flesh. From shegag, to wander, or to go astray. Okay, by following after the lust of the flesh, says God, men have surrendered themselves to its desires to the extent that they are no longer responsive to the control of the Holy Spirit. Insensibility to divine influence is complete. Hence, the Spirit of God is to be withdrawn. There is no further use in striving to restrain or improve them. His days. This divine prediction cannot mean that man's lifespan would henceforth be restricted to 120 years. Compare ages of men after the flood. They predict rather that God's patience would come to an end and probation close within the period of time he has specified. In the meantime, divine mercy lingered. Christ compared God's dealing with the antediluvian to his work for the human race at the end of time. Under similar circumstances, God may be expected to work in similar ways. We know also that God's Spirit will not endlessly strive with men who do not choose to heed his warnings and prepare for the great event. Ish.